Well, hello, darlings. Greetings. I was just here, right? Talking. What's up though? Like I forgot that I was supposed to do this last night and I didn't do it. I said I was gonna do it on both of my channels. I don't know if you've been to my website yet. I've been telling you to go, but if you have not gone to my website yet, take your booty on over there, okay? And if nothing else, if you like what you're seeing, if you're feeling what I'm talking about, book a free connection call with me, okay? These complimentary connection calls are really just an opportunity for us to get to know one another better. So I'll tell you more about what I offer and how I can better serve you. And you can tell me about your needs and the goals and aspirations that you have. And then we could see if, working together will be a good fit. Because I don't expect me to be the right fit for everybody. No more is every client the right client for me. You know what I mean? So um yeah, we're moving on up. Like I said, we have to start focusing on moving forward. No time to dwell on what happened before, because you see the state of the world. First of all, the government is in shambles, okay? So this is an ideal time for us, those who have the means and the capacity, right, to start doing something, whether it's using our voice or something else, to make real change. And the other thing that I want us to make clear is, when things aren't going right in the government, we don't have to just sit there and accept it. We don't have to just sit there and be like, "Oh, this is what we have to deal with." No. Do you understand that when the government is no longer doing their job, when they're no longer providing a safe, okay, and progressive environment, a progressive government for all of us to thrive in, then we can overthrow their ass. Just saying. So, anywho, just wanted to introduce myself for anybody who does not know me. Hello, I am Coach Omi. You can also just call me Omi, okay? Um, and yeah, like the website, to be honest, has that's not what I was gonna say. Hold on. Wait, no, because I really got a brain freeze. I don't know why I said my website, but whatever. For those who don't know me, though, definitely go check out my website, because I do have a nice little introduction over there, as well as a breakdown of what services I do offer. But if you're not there for services, you can also just check out my portfolio. I have my latest book over there. Okay, Ungodly is available there. I have some poems, I have some articles that I've written, things of that nature. So yeah, go pop in and see what's popping, okay? But I wanted to talk today, or I wanted to do this last night, about what real alchemy is. And pretty much this is what people have been trying to figure out for the last several months. Like, how is she doing this? What is going on? I don't understand. It's alchemy, babe. It's taking pain and turning it into purpose. Okay, it's taking pain and creating something with it, not just sitting there and being consumed by the pain. I know every single person that listens to this has some form of scars. Every single person that listens to this has been through some shit that has been extremely painful. Okay, but a lot of people, they don't know what to do with their pain. They either try to escape their pain, numb their pain, or they pretend like it's not there. But it is. Pain is universal, you know what I mean? And so my intentions are to show people what it was that I've done over the last several years in the midst of pain, okay? Because pain can either completely destroy you and it can stop you, or it can really catapult you. And that's what it's done for me. So essentially, a lot of us, and I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of us were taught that we need to hide our pain, we need to numb our pain, right? But for me, I kind of like take my pain and wear it as a badge of honor. Like, this is the shit that I've been through. But you know what? It's okay that this is the shit that I've been through, because I can make a masterpiece out of this. So I want to teach people how to do that. And I know that everybody's not going to be able to grasp this information, because some people are just, mentally not ready to do that. But for those who are, that's who I'm speaking to specifically. I'm speaking to those who have survived. I'm speaking to those who have overcome something, and maybe they're still in that height of the emotional effects, right? Maybe they're still sitting there trying to figure out, like, where do I go from here? I can help with that, okay? you do get to a point where you're at your breaking point. For me, it became a thing where I felt like, okay, I'm being weighed down by these burdens. I'm being weighed down by the shit that I've experienced. And there has to be some type of progression forward. So my progression forward was, I'm gonna take this, and first I'm going to sit with it. I'm not going to reject it and say, oh, this is not how I feel. This is not what I've experienced. No, this is exactly what I feel. I'm very honest about it. And then I decide what I want to do with it next. Do I want to go and write a poem? Do I want to share my story on a stage? Do I want to do this right here? Just get behind a microphone or get behind the screen and start talking, you know? Do I want to paint a picture? Do I want to sew some clothes? Because me as a creative being creative really helps me to process my pain. Okay, so you do get to a point, like I said, where you reach your breaking point, and it's like, okay, I've been broken, I had my heart broken, I done been betrayed, I done been lied to, I done struggled, I done suffered, I done this or that. You adding up all this shit, and it's like, okay, so where do I want to go? What do I want to do with this? Well, let pain be your teacher. Let pain be your teacher. Pain does have a beautiful way of teaching you. And it's not something that you can learn by being in a comfortable space. Sometimes we feel like, oh, well, why did I have to go through this? Well, if you were just cozy, everything all warm and cozy and cute and cuddly, how are you going to learn anything in that way? You can't learn anything in that state when you're comfortable. You can only learn when you're uncomfortable, when things get ripped out of your life, when things get flipped upside down, when all the things that you thought were true get stripped away, and now there are no more illusions left. There's just cold hard truth. That's when you really learn some shit. So it's like, once you are at that stage, that's when the shift begins. That's when the turning point begins. And you decide, okay, this is not a woe is me situation. This is not a situation where something has happened to me and where I've been targeted and singled out. Everybody goes through shit. Even the things that I've been speaking about on this channel, other people have been through these things. But this is why I so shamelessly speak about them, because I know that there are others like me who have gone through things that I've gone through. And I'm hoping that my voice, at the very least, is just an empowerment tool for those individuals. Because I hate to see people go through things and then feel completely defeated, as if there's nowhere else to go now. There's no options left now. I hate that, because that is not true. That is the biggest lie that we can tell ourselves. It's over now. No, if you're still breathing, if you still got breath in your body, it's not over. So fight for what you truly want. Remember what it is that forced you to start in the first place, that inspired you to get going in the first place. Even if you feel like you backtracked, oh my gosh, now everything is just, I'm right back where I started. I don't believe that that's true either, because every step forward puts you on a new path. It continued you further on the path, right? So there's no such thing as I'm right back where I started. If you feel like you're being met with the same emotions, maybe that you experienced in the past, well, that's just an indication that there's something that still needs to be healed, and that's okay. But it doesn't mean that you've backtracked. That's impossible. It's impossible, because you've been consistently putting one foot in front of the other. So that's when your purpose is born, when you realize, mm, this shit didn't break me, and I get to decide what I want to make out of this pain. It's your choice, though. You have to decide. You have to choose to be the phoenix that rises from the ashes. And when you choose that, then that's where I come in. Hey, let's create some dope shit together, you know? Because truly, I am here to be a voice and to be an empowerment, but also you have to already want that for yourself. I'm not here to force people into change. I'm not here to force people to take their pain and turn it into purpose. It has to already be a willingness there. So boom. That's where I come in and we work together. That's why I want you to go and sign up for I said free connection call with me, okay? We can talk about whatever it is that you feel like you're struggling with right now when it comes to pain. And we can talk about a roadmap to taking that pain and turning it into purpose. Because everybody should have somebody, an accountability partner, a mentor, a coach, a guide, or whatever. I myself, as a coach, have one of those. I have multiple people actually, mentors, guides, coaches. Yeah, coaches need coaches. Because at the end of the day, we're all having a human experience. And even with the wisdom that I have gained on my journey, I can always have more wisdom. I'm always open to seeing a new perspective. I'm always open to hearing new ideas. There's never going to be a point in my journey where I feel like, okay, well, I'm self mastered now, so I don't need any help. Bring it on. Please bring me help, okay? I love having allies, but genuine allies, though. People who can add to the conversation, who can add to the equation. So, how do we turn pain into purpose? Like I said, let's talk about that. Again, it has to be something that you choose to decide to do. You can't just expect me to hold your hand and drag you out of the ditch. No, you got to be like, no, I'm ready to make something of this. I don't want to be defeated. So that sounds like you. Head over to coachomi.com and we're going to talk about it, okay? 40 minutes of my time. I'll listen to you. I'll give you a rundown of what I have to offer for you. If it sounds like a good fit, we going to get it popping, okay? All right, love you. Bye.